Hey, listen, you need a best friend. Matt's got a dog. Ryan, you know what? Quarterback's best friend is?
The run game.
Go, Ryan, go.
Well, Gunner's best friend's actually Oscar Delp, the tight end.
Yeah,
but,
I heard that too.
But,
I heard that too.
yeah, a run game, it'll change everything. We've talked about it recently. Georgia was not up to par running the ball last year. It wasn't anything like you're used to in the last 20 years or just in their general history. And it's a big identity for Georgia. RBU, right? Running back university. That's a huge thing. They talked about it in the spring. Gunner talked about it, how he was excited how much they were working at it, but he said, look, it didn't feel like RBU. That's part of the identity. They're trying to get back to that. A lot of, I would say, pressure just out on social media, just in general, I would say is going on Nate Frasier's shoulders.
Oh, really?
Right? I mean, he's the guy. I saw what Matt tweeted about him yesterday. Matt doesn't think he could tackle Nate Frazier.
I don't think I can tackle Nate Frazier right now.
Frazier is projected to be...
Come on, you can tackle him.
He's projected to be one of the best backs in the country this year. Do we feel like we saw enough to firmly say that? I mean, there's a jump that's expected with him. And if that jump does happen, things will change. But they brought in the Illinois transfer. They should be healthier. They've got some younger guys. I think that room, probably more than any other room for them last year, was the one that injuries affected the most.
Oh, for sure.
And it starts there. So.
Yeah, well, Kirby loves this room. That's what he said today.
I said that a lot.
He talked about the depth there. They did bring in Josh McCray, but he also said that Roderick Robinson is a full go. And that guy, that's a 235-pound bowling ball that we really haven't seen a whole lot of, but I'm still on that Roderick Robinson train. If he's healthy, that guy needs the football. But then you start talking about, the overall depth, including a quarterback who also needs his carries, and Dylan Bell, who is very good once he has the football.
Very sudden.
Had some problems securing the football down the field.
So did Nate Frazier.
Right, but when they just give it to him, Dylan Bell, good things happen when that guy has the ball. So if you look at the depth chart, you do. Nate Frazier, Dean, is the lead dog. You brought the transfer in for a reason. Chauncey Bowens flashed, right, Ryan, during the spring game.
I thought so for sure.
You've got Roderick Robinson, another 230-pound guy who's going to break tackles. Speed is great, but I think in the SEC, you have to have yards after contact. You have to be able to push the pile forward, get those tough yards, and break tackles. Dwight Phillips Jr., right? Bo Walker, Cash Jones. I mean, they've got a pretty deep group, and it's a versatile group as well.
All right, so listen, that's very nice.
Yeah, there's the positives. Yeah.
Where's Robert Edwards? Where's DeAndre Swift? Where's Sony Michel? Where is even Kenny McIntosh? Where's James Cook? There's not a lot of James Cooks laying around out there. Yeah, see, they know. My take is so hot. I don't mind the running back room if Dwight Phillips can say, let's just say Dwight Phillips has 3 40-plus yard runs this season in SEC play or equivalent or better. You know what I mean? So college football playoff, something like that. Okay, then that's different. If you talk about, Bo Walker did look good, particularly at one G-Day snap. But look, if it's Nate Frazier, I do think there's got to be more. I don't think it was bad at all. He's really good. But, there's got to be getting guys out into space.
Well, I think you were asking, where's Kenny McIntosh, where's James Cook? I think that's what people are expecting the answer to be is, hey, here's Nate Frazier.
Did he show that last year?
I think he showed it in flashes. Okay. For sure. I think he had moments.
Okay, then
he wasn't always the lead back.
If you have, but Etienne was a fire. Well, I mean, Etienne was home run hit guy. I mean, whereas Frazier, I did not necessarily get that impression. Frazier.
I mean, his most explosive plays were in the opening game against Clemson.
Frazier.
Yeah, that's where you saw it, and that's where a lot of the excitement came from. And then you just saw it in little bursts throughout the season.
You need easy, cheap points, man.
Yeah, I mean, he has to take a step forward regardless if this is going to happen. But I think what Matt was saying, versatility, they got a little bit of everything, right? Because do they have it all? They don't have an every down back necessarily.
Yeah, that's the question.
Which is you don't have a Sony Michel or someone like that, but they've got all of the pieces, just not all in one or two guys. It'll be interesting to see. I think Josh McCray, I don't think they brought him in for no reason. I think he's going to get the ball.
He had a pretty good run against
senior.
Carolina.
I mean, if you're a senior, you don't just transfer to Georgia just to ride it out for one year. You want to play football.
Yeah.
Right? So I think that they brought him in to to have a role on this team. I'd be surprised if Cash Jones is just pushed aside. He's earned snaps on the field, and
He's
Kirby
really
values
good
that.
in third down and
Yeah.
passing situations. Really good.
But I do think a lot hinges on if Frasier truly is their lead ball carrier that's going to get at least 15 carries a game. I mean, he has to make a jump forward, or
I think he has
you're
to
looking
jump
at something
forward.
similar.
Yeah, I think eventually it'd be nice to have some giant holes to run through so he can be elusive at the next level and possibly break one of those big long runs. But you just didn't see those giant holes opening up, especially in the trenches. And you can only get to the perimeter and up the field so many times against fast, speedy linebackers who know what they're doing. And we talked about in several videos, they played against some really, really good defenses.
They did.
There was a lot of trouble running the football for a lot of reasons. It's crazy to say that all these guys are going to be healthy the entire season too. So I do think that them being deep will help, because eventually one of these guys are going to go down for 1 week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks. You know, it's just going to happen. Could happen in fall camp because those guys just beat each other up all the time. Those are tough physical practices. But they've got to get it going, and I think it's, Mike and Stacey Searles have to, a lot of it's on them to be more creative, and we know that they're working this offseason on doing things different because they have to take a step forward. I mean, they just have to. I mean, there's no other option. They have to be better than they were last year, and it's up to them to get creative and make sure that happens somehow, some way.
I think that they've got the pieces. All right, I think that they've got all of it. I think when you look at this team and you just look at how different the offense is, I think that the more casual, specifically Georgia fan, would look at the roster, maybe look at the depth chart and be like, oh my gosh, who are these people on the offensive line? Who are these people? But they've all played a lot, right? I mean, 4 out of the 5 guys that are going to start on the offensive line have started or have played before. There's experience there. It's Gunner who really hasn't played that much. The wide receivers are fairly experienced. The running backs are more experienced than they were a year ago. But I think it all has to really come together. I don't think it can just be like the running game. Not to coach speak, but it's what Kirby was talking about today. I think everything on offense needs to be better than it was last year. I don't think it could just be one thing. Like, all of a sudden, if the run game is better, yes, that plays off of each other, and the passing game will probably improve off of that. But if they have drop problems again and struggle with that, there are going to be issues. I think that every aspect of the offense needs to get a little bit better than last year.
Well, if they have drop issues again, that's coaching. And you got to solve that. You got to solve that riddle. You can pick this shirt up. The link is down below. It's our Riding Home shirt. Show them the front. And you can pick that up. Our buddies at Red Zone got that. It's in stock right downtown and on Clayton. You can also pick up the preseason magazine. I don't know how long these will stay in stock.
Probably not much longer. Those are great.
Listen to you.
There's A+ stuff going on in there.
You're not going to find those pictures anywhere else.
Well, you're not going to find the articles anywhere else. I will say that. The article about... I'd have had a better image than this. I don't know who took this. It's not quite quality that you would...
You're just jealous of that one.
That you would prefer. Like right there.
I know you're jealous of that one.
Look, man. Hey, listen. Next time, let's be aware of the official's hat on the side, dude. I can't crop that out. So we gotta get a little bit better.
You could actually. You got Photoshop now. You could easily.
Oh, I got it now. I was using Pixelmator before that. No, anyway, you can pick it up downtown in Athens, and
I like that one a lot.
Go show us.
Yeah. I don't know where it went. It was of Gunner about to get sacked, getting rid of the ball.
Oh, the Notre Dame picture.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good shot too. But anyway, I think we all know the photographic hijinks of this group. They're going to have to be better running it. I will add this though. Sometimes one little thing can make a big difference. If Monroe Freeling and Ernst Green are healthy, you got your outsides pretty good. I think the question is, Calhoun, Gaston, any of these guys that are interior guys, they got some big dudes on the interior. All the teams do, but Calhoun and Gaston specifically are very large people.
Drew's bigger than Mike. Yeah.
Well, Drew Butler's not a small person. Drew Bobo's not a big small person either. And Drew has played a bunch. Freeling, Green,
Micah Morris.
Morris. That's what I was trying to spit out. So they've got a group, but they're gonna have to play together, play well. Can they power up everybody? I don't know. Alabama will be a real challenge. Tennessee probably will not be as good, but you're on the road, and so. But they got to be better. Or you're talking about the same thing as last year, where they're gonna have to fly, and you don't have Carson to dig you out of holes at times, and perhaps you don't have Carson to get you into holes like he did.
That's the other thing. I mean, there were moments where he crumbled mentally, and they admitted to that. Like in Jacksonville, he's just throwing footballs in traffic and just making poor decisions. He did it a few different times throughout the season, and he had a month where he threw 12 interceptions, or a month and a half-ish. And that just can't happen. It can't happen for Gunner, and if it does, then you have to make a decision, do we need to pull this guy and just get something else going? They didn't do that with Carson last year.
No, they didn't, but I would say that Gunner is a better quarterback than Ryan Puglisi is right now. Ryan Puglisi has better physical tools, but I don't know if he's a better quarterback.
Or knows the system.
Well, the system, that was one thing that Kirby, I can't remember who it was, Gunner or Kirby, was talking about getting the guy. I think it was Kirby talking about getting Noah Thomas and Branch and all them coming in, learning the nomenclature and the verbiage for people who went to public school. People who went to public school. That's funny. I
got that. Yeah.
Anyway, getting them in and so forth. I listen. Gunner is very relaxed, very calm. I get it. He's going to have to perform like everybody else, and this run game's got to help him. It's got to help him. Ryan, final thought.
Look, I mean, if the running game is better, this team should be better. But like I said a few minutes ago, every aspect on the offense needs at least a little bit of improvement, or I think we're just going to watch something similar to what we watched last year.
I don't want to see that. Bye.